Hello everyone. Question is your company follows site reliability engineering principles. You are writing a postmortem for an incident triggered by a software change that severely affected users. You want to prevent severe incidents from happening in the future. What should you do? Option A. Identify engineers responsible for the incident and escalate to their senior management. Option B. Ensure that test cases that catch errors of this type are run successfully before new software releases. Option C. Follow up with the employees who reviewed the changes and prescribe practices they should follow in the future. Option D. Design a policy that will require on-call teams to immediately call engineers and management to discuss a plan of action if an incident occurs. Correct answer is option C. Question is you manage an application that is writing logs to Stackdriver logging. You need to give some team members the ability to export logs. What should you do? Option A grants the team members the IAM role for logging.config writer on Cloud IAM. Option B configure Access Context Manager to allow only these members to export logs. Option C create and grant a custom IAM role with the permissions logging.syncs.list and logging.sync.get. Option D. Create an organizational policy in Cloud IAM to allow only these members to create log exports. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is your team has recently deployed an Nginx-based application into Google Kubernetes Engine GKE and has exposed it to the public via an HTTP Google Cloud Load Balancer GCLB ingress. You want to scale the deployment of the application's front end using an appropriate service level indicator SLI. What should you do? Option A. Configure the horizontal pod autoscaler to use the average response time from the liveness and readiness probes. Option B. Configure the vertical pod autoscaler in GKE and enable the cluster autoscaler to scale the cluster as pods expand. Option C. Install the Stackdriver custom matrix adapter and configure a horizontal pod autoscaler to use the number of requests provided by the GCLB. Option D. Expose the Nginx stats endpoint and configure the horizontal pod autoscaler to use the request matrix exposed by the Nginx deployment. Correct answer is option B. Question is you support an application running on GCP and want to configure SMS notifications to your team for the most critical alerts in Stackdriver monitoring. You have already identified the alerting policies you want to configure this for. What should you do? Option A. Download and configure a third-party integration between Stackdriver driver monitoring and an SMS gateway. Ensure that your team members add their SMS or phone numbers to the external tool. Option B. Select the webhook notification option for each alerting policy and configure it to use a third-party integration tool. Ensure that your team members add their SMS or phone numbers to the external tool. Option C. Ensure that your team members set their SMS or phone numbers in their Stackdriver profile. Select the SMS notification option for each alerting policy and then select the appropriate SMS or phone numbers from the list. Option D. Configure a Slack notification for each alerting policy. Set up a Slack to SMS integration to send SMS messages when Slack messages are received. Ensure that your team members add their SMS or phone numbers to the external integration. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.